And hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are inside of Minecraft 15 Rooms Parkour. Yeah, that's thumbs up. By the way guys, if you enjoy the content, I do really appreciate it. If you like and subscribe, it really helps the channel out. And yeah, let's get into it. I've played a couple maps by Tommycreeper before. Whoa. Yeah, I've played a couple maps by him before. I forget, like, I forget which maps I've done by him. I'm pretty sure the Parkour Mega Tower was by Tommycreeper. Besides that, I honestly don't remember which ones were by him, but I know that I'm pretty sure that I've done more. But yeah, so we have 15 of these levels. I assume it'll probably end up going fairly quickly. Assuming I don't do whatever I'm doing right now. Okay. There we go. Or at least one of those was because of the wall. Had my mouse too far to the right. Yeah. Pretty easy sets of parkour though so far. The levels look like they're pretty short. This should be a pretty short and sweet map, which always nice. Older maps seem to have a bit more of a tendency for that than newer maps, which tend to like to have, you know, at least a few hours of gameplay in each one. Oh no. Wait. Just the yellow ones, right? Yeah, that should be easy enough. I'm fine with invisible blocks as long as they do stuff like this where you can see them below. They're still a little annoying because you don't know if it's up or down in comparison to where you're at or whatnot, but just in general, as long as you have the stuff underneath the invisible blocks, it makes it a lot easier. Okay. Ah, I'm messing up. I will say, kind of smaller maps like this, they go quickly, are nice from the standpoint of there's something kind of relaxing about just a quick shot map. You know that, you know, it's not going to take hours to complete, so you're not really in a super large hurry, and you're not, you know, stressed about trying to finish in time or anything, but at the same time, it's, you know, sufficient length, and, you know, there's just something kind of relaxing about maps that have a good balance on that. It's something that's newer maps have completely gotten rid of in favor of, you know, as I was kind of mentioning, making sure the map's long enough, which is fine in some sense. It's nice to have longer maps, but it is kind of annoying that there aren't any shorter maps anymore. Because, I don't know, like, with stuff like this, my main concern is typically how, like, newer parkour players will experience it. I find is one of the best ways to judge with stuff like that. And I know personally that whenever I started parkour, super long maps always stressed me out. And obviously, you know, it's more of a play to the more experienced parkour community, not necessarily the newer players to have the longer maps. But I feel like for any community as a whole to thrive, you need a balance of what more experienced players will enjoy and also what newer players will enjoy. And I feel like the longer maps might be too much of a move towards, you know, older players, and it'll make it, well, not older players, but more experienced players. And it'll make it more difficult for newer players to get invested. Which, from a standpoint of getting downloads on your map in the short term, stuff like that makes more sense. But in the long term, it can cause problems if, well, all of your fan base is more experienced players, and then you're not getting new player base in. But I also might be wrong about that. It might be that, you know, even newer players like the bigger maps. It's 100% possible. Because I guess the other thing about it is I typically think of maps in the sense of the longer they go, the more difficult they get as you get further on. But that only works to so far of a degree. This map is really quick. Boom. Like, I'm honestly surprised at how fast we're going through this. Okay, yeah, this map's going by really fast. Small fall down there. Oops. Fell again. I kind of like the whole, like, slabs that you can crouch under. I feel like that's a good system that a lot of map creators have been taking advantage of. It's definitely something that was good to add to the game in general. I think that was definitely... Oh, I was crouched under something. That was definitely a good move by Mojang to add that, in my opinion. But, like, I also feel like map creators have been doing a great job of utilizing it properly. Because in vanilla, there's not all that much purpose to being able to crouch under half a block just for survival vanilla. Because let's be real, how often are you placing a slab in a position to walk under? Like, the main utilization that I've found for it is in, where am I supposed to go from here? Maybe I need to jump from a little further back. No, I'm not sure. But, in vanilla, you can utilize it with villages to... Or not villages, but just in general with houses and stuff. To make sure that... Well, yeah, no, with villages. I was right the first time. I don't know. Brain fart. To be able to enter the houses but not let the villagers exit, so in that way you can still take advantage of their trades, but they won't be able to get out and die. So, like, from that standpoint, like, that's the main utilization that I've used it for in vanilla. I'm trying to think of any other time that it's really been useful that you can crouch in that space. I think it's legit, just besides that, a matter of it works really well for maps and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm not thinking very quickly all of a sudden for some reason. But yeah, it's really useful for maps to be able to use that, and map creators have done a great job of utilizing it in the right spots, in my opinion, and not overdoing it, because that is the sort of trick that gets old if it's overdone. So I do appreciate that, you know, it appears here and there, but it's not like super frequent. Okay. Bam. I don't like this at all. There we go. Level 13. Just a couple more levels to go. Where do I go from here? I should be able to get up from here. Yeah, nice, nice. On the other hand, with Crimson Vines, I hate them. Like, I don't hate them in normal Minecraft. There wouldn't be anything to really hate them about, because, you know, it's not like I really use them at all. But for maps and stuff, specifically parkour stuff, I hate Crimson Vines. Like, and the twisting vines too, for that matter. They just make such annoying but yet possible jumps. And I don't know, they just annoy me. Where am I supposed to go from here? Perhaps I go from here? I don't think so. I'm very lost all of a sudden. Can I pull that off? Okay, I can. I thought it looked too far, but turns out it's fine. You can make that. And it's just a matter of going from there. Okay, this is a bit uncomfortable. There we go. Whoa! Ah! Oh, I messed that one up pretty bad. That's fine. Yeah, with such small rooms, like, it's not really a big deal if you fall. Just kind of a short trot back. It really only takes a bit on your first time when you're, you know, a bit confused about which way to go and, you know, judging whether or not jumps are possible before you take them and stuff like that. Bam. Once you know where you're going, it's pretty quick to start picking up the pace. Bam. And I'm guessing back to the slime block once more. I take it. Just this time on to the top of this, and I didn't make it. Well, that's not good. Man, I was on track to beat the map within like 10 minutes pretty much. And then I just kind of melted down on this level. And I guess kind of on the minecart level too. But that one wasn't nearly as bad. Minecart level was just a couple falls. It's probably good though. You know, stretch the time out to a bit over 10 minutes. Which is supposedly the ideal. I don't know if that really holds true anymore, though. Like the 10 minutes being the ideal. I find that a lot of creators are very successful with like kind of the 6 to 8 minute videos as of late from what I've been noticing. Which makes me wonder if YouTube's changed the algorithm in a way where it's better to have videos in that length. Maybe they did something like making average watch time more important than total watch time or something. Although I feel like doing something like that really messes stuff up for people that have a tendency to make long content. Because, like, imagine you're a creator that makes, I don't know, hour-long videos. I don't know what in particular. Well, like, even I make a lot of, you know, kind of around hour-long videos. But, like, let's say that's the majority of your content, and YouTube switches it so that, you know, now all of a sudden average watch time is much more, well, average view duration. Percentage? Average view percentage. There we go. Is more important than average view duration. Then it kind of messes with your content, as now it goes from, hey, you know, I can make hour-long videos and, you know, people might only typically watch 5 minutes or so of it, but at least, you know, that gives me a decent amount of watch time, and some people will watch through it and really enjoy it, and, you know, stuff like that. Because, like, one of the things about it is, with any longer content, of course, a majority of people aren't going to watch it all the way through, but some people will really enjoy the full hour of it, and, you know, just stuff like that. But just in general, as a society, we've been moving towards quicker-paced content and entertainment just in general. Like, a lot of companies that used to make hour-and-a-half-long movies now focus, you know, on 20-minute shows and stuff like that. Which, you know, that was a pretty normal thing already. But then what's happened is, you know, Like a lot of content creators that used to make 20-minute content. Now, it's like the majority of content is, on stuff like TikTok where it's 30 seconds long. Like, I think I read somewhere that now TikTok's the most watched platform in America, watch time wise, and a majority of those videos are just like 30 seconds long. They're hardly anything. So like content's very much so been going further and further into shorter and shorter content, which is kind of like up in your face. And even the longer content is now much more finely edited, where you quickly jump from one scene to another with very little downtime. And I don't know. Like, I have a feeling that there's a large part to play with like decreasing patience and stuff like that as a society, if I had to guess. Because something about the idea that, we can't even watch 10-minute videos without getting impatient and, immediately wanting to flip to the next thing is, I don't know, just doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't seem to bode well for our generation. However, I also say that, but, like, from my experience paying attention to my analytics, the older groups of people that watch my content don't, particularly have a longer average view duration than the younger. So, I mean, maybe it's just a matter of it's always kind of been like that, and with stuff like, TikTok becoming more prevalent, people, creators and stuff have been more willing to jump on it, and companies like YouTube have been more willing to get into it. Not on the course. Okay, thanks. Appreciate that. Oh, wait, not on the course. Oh, I'm... I thought it meant not on the chorus fruit. That's how I took that. So I was like, oh, yeah, don't go all the way up to the fruit. Got it. And then I jumped up and was kind of confused. Like, why would it bother to put the sign there? You can't get up to the chorus fruit anyway. Nah, you got to jump from here. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so like, I guess my question in all this would be, is the reason why shorter content is becoming more prevalent more of a matter of our attention spans are decreasing? So as a result, we need, the quicker, faster paced content. We need to be able to quickly jump between content to be entertained. Or is it just a matter of we've always had that kind of level of attention span, and now we're at a point where everybody's just kind of like the content sort of creation stuff is caught up to it. I also think it's possible that part of the deal isn't so much that like the younger generations have the shorter attention span because they've grown up on it, as much as just anybody that spent any large amount of time on social media and stuff like that would see a decrease in attention span. And that's why, regardless of the age group, the average view duration is about the same. I don't know. I'm kind of going down a rabbit hole here, but it really interests me to think about just how stuff like that works. There's a button. But, like, it's also interesting for me because I tried to, to some degree, have patience and be able, if I need to, just, sit quietly and not move pretty much. Like, well, one thing I've been doing lately is making sure, for example, if I'm, waiting in a line or whatever, to try not to be on my phone or whatever while waiting and just, sit there. Like, who cares if I have a phone? Just don't bother to pull it out. It's kind of been my mindset lately. I don't know if it's an effective one. Did I? Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, like I don't know if it's, you know, an effective mindset or whatnot, but you know, I've been working on it. Try to build up some patience and see how it goes. We did it. We did the map. Thank you for making the map, Tommycreeper. That was a oh, from summer to winter. That was, yeah, they're like from summer to winter 2 or whatever was one of the maps by him I played. But yeah, that was a really weird tangent to get down, but I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. God bless. Bye-bye.